Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Darius from DariusCooks.tv, and today I'm gonna show you how to make my chicken pot pie risotto, which is a fantastic way to use up leftover chicken and, by the way, get dinner on the table in no time at all. So to get started, I have what may look familiar to you, and that is a rotisserie chicken straight from the refrigerator section of my local grocery store, all right? I'm just gonna get in here and pull off some of the meat and get it chopped up. So let's get some of this breast meat off of here. All right, we'll place the chicken right into this container. Let's preheat a skillet. You want something that has a really nice, like, heavy bottom to it. So this will work for us. This is a Dutch oven. And in the bottom of this Dutch oven, I'm gonna put in some olive oil. All right, so into the oil, we've got some diced onion, bell pepper, and celery. And we'll give that a stir. And as always, layers of flavor from the very beginning. So I got some cracked black pepper that's gonna go in there. And some salt. So check me out, I've got some marjoram. We don't hear about this a lot, but a little bit of marjoram goes in, not a lot, just a little sprinkle. I've got herbes de Provence, which is like a Italian seasoning, but it's got lavender, a little bit of lavender, rosemary, basil, oregano, all the good stuff. My fave, all right? We gotta put a little bit of fennel action in here. And last but not least, a little bit of garlic powder goes right in there. We'll give this a really good stir, and look at what's happening in the bottom of that pan. So I've got stock in the box, just regular chicken stock. This actually has no sodium in it, so you can control how much sodium or salt you add to it. Into the pan. Okay, and then in true risotto fashion, you need to have some wine. So I've got some Chardonnay just hanging out. We'll put a couple of glugs of that. We'll let this come to a boil and start to reduce. And once that happens, we'll go ahead and add in that white rice. All right, cool. So now that we've got a nice rolling boil, I'm just gonna add instant rice to the pot, okay? And we'll give this a stir. This will cook in literally just a few moments. It's gonna thicken, but in the meantime, let's go ahead and add a few other things to turn it into a really sort of creamy risotto. So the first is gonna be some heavy cream. All right, and I'm also gonna add in some mascarpone cheese. So this will give us a really creamy consistency, and then we'll just give it a stir to work everything in together. All right, so now that we've got that mascarpone all melted throughout there, nice and velvety, let's start adding what really turns this into a chicken pot pie risotto, and that is the chicken. And then you really can't have pot pie without peas and carrots, so we'll add those. And then we'll cut this down on a low heat, just so that everybody gets nice and happy. And then look, I have some Gruyere cheese that I'm just gonna grate and add right to the situation, because I think that's gonna be quite delicious. So I'm just gonna get, all right, so we'll get this Gruyere right into our risotto, like that. All right, and then we'll just give this a stir. Look at that, just to get everybody incorporated, nice and happy. So I'm just gonna chop up a little bit of cilantro for freshness. If you don't like cilantro, you can certainly use parsley or basil, but a little cilantro will do us here. Grab the cooked chicken pot pie risotto with the mascarpone and the Gruyere. Okay, look at some of that. Ooh, look at some of that cheesiness that's happening. That's what you want, okay? Perfect. All right, let's make a plate. So we'll dig in here. Do a little of the cilantro on top. All right, and then a little sprinkle of black pepper right on top. So One thing left to do, and let's give it a taste, and let's see what we're working with. Look at that smoke, right? It's creamy, as you would expect. Super cheesy. Very pot pie-ish, but as a risotto. And the great thing about it is that little cilantro on top. Nice and fresh. You have to give it a try. It's so good, so simple, so easy. You are going to love it, all right? Recipes like this, you know where to find them. My website's dariuscooks.tv. Two things I want to tell you, as I always do. Food is my life. Life is my food. Until next time. With food like this, I gotta wish you happy cooking. From my heart to yours. Bye, y'all.